Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And Shalom to you, brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying. And today I want to go into Ezekiel, the 47th chapter. Alright, it's a vision of the temple and these waters issued out of the threshold of the temple. Alright, and as we know, the temple is the dwelling place of the Most High, and now we don't have a physical temple, but we represent that temple now. Okay, so let me just get a couple scriptures to back that up. Okay, alright, this is 1 Peter 2 and 5. Let me start at 4. It says, "To whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of God and precious." Right, speaking of Yahushai, who is the cornerstone of this house. It says, "Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house, and holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Yahushai Mashiach." Alright, so we, each person, represents a lively stone that makes up this spiritual house, this priesthood. And how do we offer up spiritual sacrifices, right? Scripture say in Romans, the 12th chapter, to offer up our bodies a living sacrifice, acceptable unto the Most High, right? By preaching this word, okay, mainly by preaching this word, the sacrifice of praise. All right, there's one that says, Hebrews 13 and 15, "By him therefore let us offer the sacrifice of praise to God continually, that is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name." All right, showing you the importance of knowing the name and calling upon the name and preaching that name. Okay, so let's just get one more. For that is Amos 9 and 11. "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old." Right? So the Lord is raising up the tabernacle of David now. Right? How is he doing it? By revealing his secret unto his servants, the prophets. All right, the prophets preaching this word, and as it says in the book of Baruch, all right, the elect are being gathered from the east to the west, right, by the word of the Holy One. So the tabernacle of David is being built. The breaches are being closed, repaired. All right. So now let's get to Ezekiel 47. Ezekiel 47 and 1. Afterward he brought me again unto the door of the house, and behold, waters issued out from under the threshold of the house eastward. For the forefront of the house stood toward the east, and the waters came down from under the right side of the house at the south side of the altar. Okay. Let me see if I find let me see if I can find this precept here. It might be in the Apocrypha. Yeah. Should be in the Apocrypha. Yeah, it's Baruch 4 and 36. Oh, I just quoted this one. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest. Oh, Salagi, verse 36. It says, O Jerusalem, right? Which Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. It says, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from God. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of God. All right. So let's go back to Ezekiel 47, verse 2. It says, then brought he me out of the way of the gate northward, and led me about the way without unto the utter gate by the way that looketh eastward. And behold, there ran out waters on the right side. And when the man that had the line in his hand went forth eastward to measure, he measured 1,000 cubits, and he brought me through the waters. The waters were to the ankles. Again, he measured 1,000, and brought me through the waters, and the waters were to the knees. Again, he measured 1,000, and brought me through, the waters were to the loins. Afterward, he measured 1,000, and it was a river that I could not pass over, for the waters were risen, waters to swim in, a river that could not be passed over. And this represents this truth, all right, flooding the earth, all right. This truth has flooded the world, man. It has turned the world upside down. It has flooded the earth, all right, and because of that, it's causing this empire to fall, first spiritually and then physically. Okay, so let's get a couple scriptures here. This is Isaiah 41. Let me start at 17. It says, when the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I the Lord will hear them. I, the God of Israel, will not forsake them. I will open rivers in high places, and fountains in the midst of the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and a dry land springs of water. Right? Even in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, right? The valley of the dry bones, right? Which those bones became living once more, okay, by the word of the Most High. It says, I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittah tree, and the myrtle, and the oil tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree, and the pine and the box tree together. These trees that the Lord had planted represents the prophets. Okay, it says that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord hath done this, and the Holy One of Israel hath created it. Okay, so from there, let's grab Book of Sirach 24. Let me start at 25. It says, He filleth all things with his wisdom, as Pison and the tigers in the time of the new fruits. He maketh understanding to abound like Euphrates, and as Jordan in the time of harvest. He maketh the doctrine of knowledge appear as a light, and as Gion in the time of vintage. The first man knew her not perfectly, no more shall the last find her out. For her thoughts are more than the sea, and her counsels profounder than the great deep. I also came out as a brook from a river, and as a conduit into a garden. I said, I will water my best garden, and will water abundantly my garden bed. And lo, my brook became a river, and my river became a sea. Right? This is wisdom, right? It says, I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning, and will send forth her light afar off. I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy, and leave it to all ages forever. Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom. So you see how wisdom started off little, then became huge. And we know that water in the river, the gardens, that's going to make everything abundant. That's going to make everything grow and flourish. And that is what this truth has done, right? It has flourished. It has abounded. Okay, let's get 2 Ezra 6 and 27. It says, For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which has been so long without fruit shall be declared. So there was a drought. There was a time where it was dead. There was nothing going on. And then that little seed of faith flourished and blossomed and became what it is now, and is continuing to grow and grow and grow. All right. And Esau can do nothing about it but watch and be scared. Okay, let's get the Deuteronomy 32 and 2. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. And it says that the knowledge of the Lord shall cover. Let me see. I don't want to butcher because I'm already butchering it. Habakkuk 2 and 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Okay. So this is what we have going on now. The truth flourishing, faith getting stronger and stronger, and evil is being put out. All right. So I'm gonna end it there. Lord willing, this video was edifying as always. All honor, glory, and praises goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.